What do you think about
Mhm.
this album that Steven Wilson released earlier this year?
I'm glad you asked me that because I did listen to it and I went in with quite high expectations because there was quite a lot of I don't know, there was quite a bit of a buzz about it, people getting excited, but everyone branding it as his return to Prog or whatever. And I listened to it, and do you know what? I wasn't that impressed. I like how it's like two long tracks. I think that's great. Obviously, because it's prog. But I think I enjoyed the first track more than the second. Um, but I just felt that although there were some cool moments within each track, a lot of it felt quite, in my opinion, quite recycled. So there were quite a lot of ideas in those songs that I can hear in Grace for Drowning, or I can hear in The Raven, or basically across this whole output. But in particular, there were quite a few guitar riffs that felt like I'd heard them um, on Grace for Drowning, and I thought that sounds exactly the same. That sounds just like recycled. So I thought, although there was some good moments, some cool moments, I think overall I was expecting something wildly different rather than it just sounded very Steven Wilson rather than me listening to it thinking, wow, this is actually very different. So, but I mean, it's still compared to a lot of other music out there, it's still really good. It's still great. It's still miles better than some of the stuff that's being released. But um, I just think that it didn't quite live up to my expectations of what it was going to be. Yeah, I still prefer, there are three particular Stephen Wilson albums that I go back to all the time. It's Grace for Drowning, The Raven, and Hand Cannot Erase. And there are some good albums after that, but I think that anything he does now will never top those three albums, I think. Yeah. But that's just my opinion.
I understand. I just wanted to know what you thought about the album because, as it's concerned for me, I think it is
Yeah.
not exactly one of his best outputs. Matter of fact, I think
Mm.
it is pretty weak compared to
Yeah.
his best outputs. But I think it is a
Yeah.
return to form after what were two pretty good albums, pretty experimental, but not
Yeah.
exactly his best.
Yeah, I think I liked bits of the Harmony Codex. I didn't like all of it. I thought some of the songs just felt a bit bland. But one song, Impossible Tightrope, that's a great song. And I thought, more of that. And I think I'd have really liked the Harmony Codex more. Um, but I prefer Impossible Tightrope over the stuff on the overview because I think that actually did sound quite different for Stephen Wilson. Uh, and I actually really enjoyed the Future Bites as well. I like that album. I think a lot of Stephen Wilson fans think that that is his weakest album, and maybe it is. I don't know, but I enjoy it. I think it's really good. There are a couple of songs that aren't as strong as other ones, but I think overall it works as like a concept. Yeah. Uh, but yeah, again, I think it would be nice if he released something. I don't know, that was completely left field, completely just crazy and wacky and a bit more avant-garde, I think. But I would say that because that's the sort of music that I feel like I compose. So maybe I'm just I don't know. Uh, he should release what he wants to release. That's what any artist should do. Go with what your gut's telling you and release whatever you're composing in the moment. I don't know. Yeah. But I think overall, I still enjoy listening to Stephen Wilson. I'm seeing him this week. It's on Sunday. I'm seeing him live because he's currently touring. So I'm looking forward to that. That should be good.